I instantly felt it, and I'll never forget it. I was celebrating my friend, and it was a happy occasion, but all of a sudden I was hit out of nowhere with a sadness, and broke down in tears. Several hours later, I was in bed and learned that my father had died that night. A few days later, I learned that when my mood had suddenly and randomly shifted like that, was the same time when my father had passed. I spoke with some of my other family members too, and they had similar experiences that occurred at that time. When I went to my father's funeral, on the way home, I was waiting in the bus stop, and one song came on. It was a song my father introduced me to and I hadn't heard in years. I know spirits can mess with electricity and radio and stuff, so I took that immediately as a sign that it was him saying thank you for coming and goodbye. I had only been in the waiting area like 5 minutes, or less, so that was the only song I heard. One song was finishing up, and then it was that one before it was time to board. I have friends and family who have either had experiences where recently, deceased loved ones came through in dreams to let them know they were okay, or came through right before a special event to say they would be attending. I've had friends see spirits at the foot of their bed. I've never seen spirits except once. I did have a fever at the time, so it could have been a hallucination. I've had higher fevers since and no hallucinations. They were 3 very tall and silent human-like spirits standing and watching over me. It was terrifying, and I hid under the covers for hours because it was so scary. I never saw spirits again after that. However, I do work with cards regularly and receive very clear and accurate messages.